ChatGPT and OpenAI is still one of the biggest money-making opportunities for 2023. So in this video, I'm going to show you some of the best ways to leverage this technology, provide services, and create value in the world and generate an income. Now, for this particular video, I'm going to give you some hypothetical examples, but some real-life examples that you can use and have some more context on how you can use ChatGPT to make an income. So let's say I am an employee or maybe a freelancer or even an Instagram marketing agency that is working with this brand called High Ground. If you didn't know, High Ground is a keyboard company that partners up with different IPs to do these limited edition drops, right? So I'm going to pretend I'm a marketer doing their Instagram marketing, and my job is to write the captions for Instagram, and I want to do that using ChatGPT. And the product that we are going to sell today is going to be the High Ground's Sonic keyboard. So what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna take this picture of this girl and I want to write a caption for this particular picture. So what I do is I go on ChatGPT and I say this: give me 5 Instagram captions of the photo of a girl, clarifying that it's the photo of the girl. Then I'm gonna put the link to the Hypebeast link, so where my company put the article. So Sonic fans, get ready to level up your style with the new High Ground Sonic keyboard. Another one, get your hands on the new High Ground Sonic keyboard, upgrade your street style, get ready to run faster than the speed of sound with the High Ground Sega Sonic Hedgehog capsule collection, perfect for any fan of the iconic series. So actually number 4 is not bad, right? Because it has that context of Sonic being really fast at running, combine that with keyboards. So this is definitely something that you could definitely use for an Instagram post. And actually, when I did check the official High Ground post, I would even say that particular copy is better than some of the posts that they have put on their own Instagram. So not bad indeed. Now, bringing it back to you guys and how you can use this. So if you are a social media marketing agency and your job is to write captions, and maybe a company gives you a bunch of creative and it's your job to become creative with that, right? You could basically take images and kind of upload the link into ChatGPT and say, hey, give me 5 Instagram captions that kind of represent this in this particular style, right? You can also do that. You can also write articles or blog posts or whatever it is, or maybe a product website, and put that link in there and say, hey, give me an Instagram caption that summarizes this entire thing. And then from there, you're actually done with your caption. So you're able to generate caption ideas relatively quickly. Now, you don't have to copy and paste exactly what the caption is. You can add more of a human touch, your own style. You can also write different prompts within ChatGPT and say, hey, can you make it more funny, or can you make it more sexy, or can you make it more this or that, or write in a very specific tonality, and it will do that for you. And you can also tell ChatGPT like, hey, write a Instagram caption for this product in the style of this other Instagram post, right? So if you want to mimic another person's style, but have that style be used to sell your product, you can also write that in ChatGPT as well. So basically the potential for this is limitless, and you just have to make sure that you have to kind of massage it and really work on the different prompts, the things that you're typing in ChatGPT to get the result that you want. So just know it's not about copying and pasting. It's about using technology to help speed up the process of creative writing. So speaking of using technology to speed up the process, we're going to give you some examples of how you can get different product image ideas for, let's say, if you were an agency running ads, for example, right? We're going to use Midjourney for this, and Midjourney is one of the most popular AI art generators currently right now. And so let's say I'm selling a product like retro Game Boys, right? So right now, if you didn't know, in the market, retro handhelds are like exploding right now. So there's all these companies trying to get into the space. So let's say I was one of these companies, or maybe I'm a marketer at this company, and I want to come up with different ad ideas. So I have the product, I'm not sure what to do with the product, how to make it cool. And so I would just go on Midjourney and I would say, hey, give me a retro Game Boy Instagram ad with pastel colors, include images of Pokemon. Maybe I won't use these exactly for the actual Facebook ad or Instagram ad, but I just want some ideas. What it basically spit out was the retro Game Boy with the packaging behind it, some text over here in this pastel style. So what I can do with this is I can say, hey, that's a really good reference. Let me go ahead and take my product, Photoshop it together, put this text here, put these product boxes over here, change the colors of this to make it pastel, and boom, I'm done, right? You can definitely use Midjourney as an idea generator. You don't necessarily have to use that particular thing for the ad itself. Or if you want to, upload the image and get really fancy with it and really understand how to use the prompts, you can put your product in there and create the entire ad. But that does take a little time. So there's 2 ways to go about it, right? Idea generation, which saves you a lot of time because sometimes people are just not creative, and maybe this will give you a stepping stone in order for you to know what to create. Or if you get really advanced, and you can actually just use the entire Midjourney to build the actual creative itself. If we go back to ChatGPT and we talk about the copy for the ad, whether it's an Instagram ad, Facebook ad, Google ad, you name it, you can definitely take that image, put it into to ChatGPT and say, hey, please write me a Facebook ad for this. Make sure it's funny and witty and whatever the case is, and include a call to action like click on the link, right? So definitely speeds up the process if you have to constantly come out with this creative, especially for people who run advertising, right? Because in advertising, there's a lot of A/B testing. You're testing different headlines, different body of text, different images. And so instead of you're coming up with dozens and dozens of different hooks, you can probably just use ChatGPT to create all these for you and try to see which one works. Because sometimes when you A/B test, you'll be surprised on what works well and what doesn't. Now, the next use case we have using ChatGPT is for tweeting. Now, if you didn't know, Twitter is on the rise, especially after Elon Musk purchased the company, and more of my friends and me personally, even myself, are starting to use Twitter much more often than I was before. And so what you can do with ChatGPT is that you can give it different topics and ask it to write different tweets, right? If you're someone that talks about productivity or personal growth, which is fairly popular, especially with red pill content being really popular right now, you can say, hey, write me a Twitter tweet about how you have to go through pain to grow. So it's a very generic thing, something that everybody can relate to. The tweet it gave me is, pain is inevitable, growth is optional. Embrace the discomfort, push through the pain, and watch yourself grow. And then we said, hey, don't include hashtags because we don't really need hashtags in tweets. And then it rewrote it. Going through pain is not easy, but it is necessary to grow. Embrace the discomfort and push through and watch yourself grow. So it's like an okay tweet, right? It definitely can be better. So you have to change the different prompts and find different results. And then for this one, we wanted to write a thread, not just one tweet, but like a thread where you have multiple tweets all connected together. And we will say, hey, tweet a thread to be posted on Twitter about how if you strive to be 1% better every day, it will eventually compound into exponential growth. So here is the Twitter thread that is sent back. Want to achieve exponential growth? Start by striving to be 1% better every day. It may seem small, but it adds up. Think about it. 1% better every day for a year is 365%. Imagine the progress you'll make in 5 to 10 years. It's not about big leaps. It's about consistent progress. Start small, focus on 1%, and watch yourself grow exponentially, and then it goes on, right? I would say the tweet is okay. It definitely can be better, but we have to add different prompts and keep trying and A/B testing different things until it gets to a desired result. But the whole idea here is that, maybe it's not the perfect tweet that you would copy and paste for your own personal Twitter, but it will give you different ideas that you can use, and then you can build inspiration on top of that, right? Again, like when it comes to using AI, it's not about just copy and pasting something and making free money. It's about idea generation first. If you get writer's block or you get stuck, because if you have this, you'll never get writer's block, right? You literally just paraphrase what they say and make it more nicer. And then if you really understand the prompts and you really understand all these different parameters, you can technically copy and paste it after you get it to a certain level, but you have to get really good at understanding prompts. So how can you use this to actually generate money? Well, if you are a content creator in any capacity and your job is to create content on Twitter, well, this is going to help speed up the process, and you can probably do like 10 good tweets a day, right? And with those, that's lead generation. And then if you sell a product or service with those leads, then you're making money. Now, if you are an agency, like for example, a lot of venture capitalists will hire someone to write all their tweets for them, right? And you can start an entire agency based on tweeting for other people if you're really good at it. Well, you can have 10 clients, and then you can basically use ChatGPT to write these tweets very quickly, so you don't have to sit down and brainstorm all day. You can just like use the AI to do 80% of the work, and you're just really curating, adding different prompts, understanding the market to see what the ChatGPT should write for you, and then you're posting it, seeing the results, see what works, see what doesn't, and then you do the process again and again and again. Now, another interesting example of using ChatGPT is for product descriptions, right? So if you are an agency and you help Amazon sellers, for example, people on Alibaba, Lazada, Shopee, depending on where you are in the world, it's like the Amazons of the world in different regions, right? These people are constantly coming out with products, and they don't really have time to write these product descriptions, nor do they have time to understand all the different marketing SEO keywords to dominate in that particular market. Like, how do you rank number one on Amazon, for example, right? So if your business was literally just that, writing product descriptions so that you can help people rank, well, you can definitely use ChatGPT, put in the website of the product or whatever it is, or general product description, give that to ChatGPT, and it will write you product descriptions that are more likely to rank, right? It's not saying you're going to get number one. I feel like you still have to add that human element, make these changes here and there, and make sure it passes a plagiarism filter. But after all those things, it definitely will save you a lot of time when it comes to writing these product descriptions, right? So if you're able to do it, solve that pain for them, but you're actually leveraging AI technology to speed up the process so it's not as painful for you, people will pay a lot of money for that because they don't maybe understand how AI works. They don't understand how easy it is. So if you're able to help other people solve that problem, then you can get paid doing that. So essentially, when you're providing services, you just want to think like, what are the pain points people are experiencing? How does ChatGPT do 80% of the work, and how can I do the last 20%? And how can I charge money for that because I am providing value into the world, right? So whether it's an Instagram caption, a product description on Amazon, a Facebook advertisement, you name it, when it comes to images and copy, there are so many ways to speed up the process. And when you're doing that for someone, you're solving their pain, you're making it faster for them, you're helping them generate income. And in turn, you will get paid an income for doing that. And one of the best tools that I personally found when it comes to helping you write copy is actually a tool called Copy AI. Now, I'm not sponsored by them or anything. I've used them a few times and it is pretty good. So if you want to learn more in depth, like how to write copy using AI, and especially when it comes to cold emails and things like that, you can make sure to check out my other video somewhere on this screen, or link is also in the description. And so with that said, that's everything we got to cover for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'm going to see you in the next one.